John, so say something to Sandy real quick here.
Just hello, Sandy. It's been a long time. I've changed a lot.
You've changed a lot.
Matured.
I can. And then I would like to introduce your committee, and they would like to say a few things. Is anybody listening? Oh, good. One person. Okay, it says the great earthquakes rocked the earth, and the continent after continent slowly sank into the sea. Nowhere. Oh well, get that part. The world seemed predestined when, as if by some quirk of fate, one small island rises above the onrushing waters of the Duwamish Ocean. Out of the great confusion that has consumed the world, a quack is heard. This extinction of the human race, except for a band of about 148 sacred individuals. And I want to thank you guys a lot for hiring First Class Reunions to do your part.
We're all here? All right. Lee told me to keep this very short, this program very short, and I will do that. But I do want to welcome this select crowd to our 25th. There were headlines all over the place that Gail Brown reigns Miss Kent. And it turns out that there is a Gail Brown. I don't know how she could have got that name. And she won Miss Kent. You know, thanks a lot. Well, anyway, again, I'll try to keep this short. I was flipping through my annual just to mention a couple of highlights of our class, because I think we actually did acquit ourselves. Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Great. At least stay here. A few highlights, not too many highlights. And so I opened my annual, and the first thing I read was somebody wrote, "Gail Brown is a turd." They didn't sign it. And I've been wondering who that was, and I'd asked if somebody would raise their hand. I'm afraid half of you, yes, would probably raise their hand. You know, these clever things, such a clever class. But actually we did quite well, in spite of some of the things people signed in my annual. Just a few highlights. In 1969, our debate team, Eric Hovey, Nancy Siccardi, Mary Fox, there were several people on it, actually won the league championship. I mean, that's the kind of crowd we are. We come and talk about our debate team. But they finished with a record of 25-7. They tied with Sumner. Kirk Bussell is here, and I know I'm talking to some of the people, they said they always got up for Sumner because they know Kirk went there. So actually we beat Sumner twice, and so the debate team did very well. League championship, sent 8 people to state. And we actually did have a few other highlights. Our baseball team won the league championship, and actually, if they had a state tournament that year, I think we would have done very, very well. We beat, if my recollection serves me right, Glacier, Evergreen, Tyee. I think one of those won the North Puget Sound League championship. Beat O'Day, which was, I think, the best baseball team in Seattle that year. So we had a great baseball team. Also, the golf team won their division title. Didn't quite fare so well in the league championship. I think Curtis won it. Got second or something like that. The Growler, which we have a down copy over here, won All-American honors, thanks to a lot of people, but Dean Radford, who's now the lifestyle editor, I think, for the Valley Herald News, the local paper, brought that in, All-American honors. And, you know, the band did well. This lot of things we did well. It was, we were competitive, didn't win a lot of trophies, but I think we acquitted ourselves quite well. Debate, band, you name it. I mentioned to a couple other people tonight that when I was looking through the annual, probably the individual who may have made the headlines before any of us, or any of us ever will, I came across this on page 47 of our 1967 annual, which was the all-school play, A Flight into Danger. Remember that? Does anybody remember who the first officer was in that play? No, close. No, it was Raphael Minichiello. That's right, you remember that? A lot of people were in the play. Yeah, well, he subsequently, that might have been the C right there, but he was, I think, the first airline hijacker. He hijacked a flight from Los Angeles to Rome. And he actually, I called the Guinness World Book of Records to find out if that is indeed a record. They did not call me back, I don't know why, but I really do believe that he still holds the distance record from LA to Rome, and I understand that he's a waiter over there and pumping espresso. Raphael Minichiello. Thank you very much. Anyway, all sorts of things. Anyway, I said I was going to make this short, and we'll keep it short. What's happened since Raphael's hijacking? Foster, as I understand it, when we graduated, there was something like 620 students in 4 classes, and it did decline to about, I think, something like 390, and then Tukwila annexed the whole place. I think parts of Renton and everything else, they went wild. And that has increased enrollment. I talked to Mike Silver, the superintendent, and he says they are now 530 and growing, so the school's alive and well. They have a new high school. It won a national architectural award. There's some articles, or there's a copy of an article over there by the annuals. A beautiful high school. I haven't been inside it, but I think many people have. They probably have more activities than they did when we were there, even with a smaller enrollment. I think they have boys and girls soccer. They have, women's sports, which Greg will tell us in a few minutes. I think if we had women's athletics when we were in school, I think with Lydia, and Margaret, and Marcy Trudeau, and all the very talented women back then, we would have been very, very competitive. Hey, our luck, we had just a little too early, I guess. But Greg will give us an update on how Foster's done since 1969. It's not a long list, but still pretty impressive.
Thanks, Gail. First of all, the athletics in regards to someone who's been involved with Foster for quite a while, and I'll point him out. He doesn't have to stand up or anything and wave in the crowd, but former basketball player with us, Tom Mummer, has been working at Foster High School for the past 10 years with the girls basketball team. So I got some of this information from Tom, but Tom, thanks for representing us as a alumni for Foster and working out with the Foster people. Nice job, Tom. The highlights. Yeah, give Tom a big hand out there. Okay. The highlights. Well, nothing really did much happening after us because we were pretty good, but going down the line, and some of these stats are off my, we call it WIAA board, and which is the state of Washington situation, and Tom helped me fill in some of the gaps. In 1974, the boys on the boys side, they took second place in baseball in AA. I believe that was a very good year for them. I don't know all the athletes, to be honest with you. 1977, no, excuse me.
Kim, I think Kim deserves a huge round of applause, and let me tell you why. She's here tonight for her husband's class reunion, but this is actually her wedding anniversary. And so I think she deserves a big round of applause for giving up that big dinner out, the night in the hotel, and anybody that would stay married this long to Tom Mummer deserves a hand anyway, right? Here you guys, this is my first class reunion. Wonderful time tonight, you're back up. Happy anniversary. Okay, go around the table.
Okay, that just about does it. I might add that there were were several people I talked to that could not attend. Certainly if we had awards, John Woods would win it again for the distance award coming in from Guam. And as I heard that we got an award last time, so I'm going to give it. And I think the longest marriage award still goes to Tim and Angela, since they won the last time and they're here again. There are a few people I could not get a hold of. Quite well, thank you. He was also on our debate team, as I recall. So got his training back in good old Foster. That's really it. Again, I appreciate everybody coming and the effort that everybody put in to organizing this, and also Paula. Thanks, Paula, for putting this together. And if we can do a good job keeping track of everybody, I think in 10 years we'll get in touch with Paula and have her put this together again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bang, bang.
Is this for Sandy?
This is for Sandy.
Okay, you have to. I got to do something now. Sandy, are we recording?
You are, yeah.
Okay,
we're
Sandy
on.
Lamb, Tom Williams.
Yeah, there he is. Gotcha.
Okay. I just want to say hi and goodbye, and come to our next one, and I hope you're feeling better. Okay, bye.
There he goes. Well, I just want to show this tremendous interior. Cool place. Huge doors. You can go through there with lots of balloons.
At 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, right. Which time zone?